Mail time. So this was one massive unboxing video. Like, I had 2 hours of footage or something. I managed to edit that down to 30 minutes, but that's still far too long. And also, actually more importantly, these pieces, the things that I was talking about in that unboxing video, they are so amazing that they deserve their own space to breathe. They deserve their own video. So what I've done is I've gone back and kind of edited it down to 4 smaller videos. And this one here is about what could be my new favorite shirt. I need what's in this box here. I'd love to have one of these, like, you know, flicky out knife things that you see in all of the EDC videos. I should look into that. And that's what I need. It is absolutely fucking freezing in the studio. And normally I would just be reaching for a hoodie. But as I think I explained, I'm trying to break my hoodie addiction. And the best way to do that is with a sweat. This is the Benzak one that I mentioned in... Probably gonna fuck up my microphone here. Give me a second. There we go. Yeah, which camera am I on now? Yeah, this is the Benzak one that I mentioned in the Fall 22 Essential videos. And this is really essential. I guess because I'm wearing it, I'm not going to do a product review until later. We'll sort that out and we're going to go into what else is in this box. Also mentioned in that video was this 9-ounce satin shirt. What wasn't mentioned in the video, because I didn't know I was actually going to get my hands on it, is the brand new Western shirt from Benzak. Okay, which one are we going to start with? This one here, because it's right in front of me. This is the Scout overshirt from Benzak. It is the latest addition to their shirting collection, the shirts they have on offer. This is, you might recognize this. I included this as one of my picks for the Fall Winter 22 Essential video I did a few weeks ago. Now, I wasn't going to go out there and get all of the things on that list. I wish I could, but who's got that much money? But this piece is something identified as something that I really think would fill a hole in my wardrobe, and it would also be something that I'm going to get a lot of mileage on. You can use it as a lightweight jacket in the summertime, and you can use it as an extra layer in the wintertime. So you've got that degree of versatility. There's a black version and there's this green version. I went with this green version because this olive colorway it goes to so many things. It goes beautifully with a pair of denims, it goes beautifully with a pair of black pants, it goes beautifully, really beautifully with a pair of ecru pants, and maybe even, I think it works pretty well with a pair of green pants as well. So, as I said, you've got a lot of versatility in this. Along with that, I just love the detailing that Benzak's put into this. I mean, honestly, any brand that's worth their salt have taken a stab at doing a sort of military style overshirt. It's a classic, and it's a classic for a good reason. But the detailing in this, that was the deciding factor. First off, let's dive into the fabric. It is a 9-ounce or 9.5 ounce, I think 9.5 ounce satin fabric. Satin fabric's been used by the military since, I think, post World War II. It's a very tightly woven cotton twill, very durable. The thing that I think people love about it is that it just wears so nicely. And if you see an old pair of military fatigues, satin military fatigues, they've just got such depth, such character about it. It's not the same kind of fading as denim has, but it's got its own special quality to it. If you see a really broken down piece, I mean, you see here it's got a little bit of a sheen to it, right? But then after a few wears, after a few washes, that sheen will come off, and then anywhere where you see like a little bit of puckering around about the stitching, anywhere you've got some wear from movement and things, you're going to see that developing. I can't think of a better word than patina, because it's not fades, but it's developing a patina to it, which is very special. I really like the way that satin fabric has to wear in, to bed down. This is a Japanese fabric, you can tell because there's a little label here. Details. Where to start? Let's start at the chest pockets. There's two of them. They're flat pockets. One of the things that attracted me to this shirt is, yeah, it's definitely got that military inspiration, but it's a little bit more refined. And you can kind of see this around about the pockets. There's a really nice curve down to the bottom of them. They're not just like square utilitarian. The pocket flap as well, it's got a slight point to it. It's got a nice curve that goes round. But again, with that utilitarian ideal behind it, they're a very, very decent, very useful size. We have a first look at the buttons here. These are, now I never know how to pronounce this, Corozo, whatever. They're made from the seeds from a palm tree. So 100% natural material. Then Benzak have taken these, they've over-dyed them to match the tone and the color of the shirt. And they're also, they're a good size. You know, you don't want a tiny little shirting button on something like an overshirt. You want something with a bit of bulk. Because it's a slightly bulkier piece, just practically and aesthetically, a slightly larger button looks and functions much, much better. So that's the pockets. Not quite the pockets yet. Something else that talks about this refinement of this piece, this refinement of a classically military piece. You see this sort of double needle stitching that goes around here. It's also on the collar and it's also on the back yoke. I mean, that's not really necessary, right? If this is a purely military, purely practical, purely utilitarian piece of clothing, then one stitch would have done. But two lines of stitching looks much better. Sticking to the front, moving up to the collar, you've got a woven label here with the Benzak workwear. I like the graphic language that Benzak's had for like the past few years. It looks very much like a 1970s piece of workwear. It's just got that graphic art quality to it that I think works really, really well with the direction the brand's taking. Moving down to the hem. Again, the refinement of a traditionally military piece. Instead of having just like a straight hem, which is the simpler way to do it, I presume, they've got a nice curve to it, much like you find with dress shirts. I don't think either one's better or worse, but I like the way that works with the whole ethos of this piece. Then down here as well, you've got the little embroidered bullhorn logo. That's just very Benzak, or it is Benzak, it's their logo. Down at the cuffs, again, you've got this nice big button, very cleanly finished. Round here is the first place you're going to see some really nice fading, especially on my right wrist because of the watch. No jokes. Over to the back, we had a brief look at this before, but there is a yoke included on this, and along with that, there are a couple of pleats as well. It's just going to give you a little bit more movement through the shoulders. Okay, that is the Scout overshirt from Benzak. That's something that I think would make a very, very good investment into anybody's wardrobe. Since I'm here, since the camera's at this angle, I can show you how it's fitting in case I forget to actually film some B-roll of me awkwardly walking into the shot and then walking back and then turning around. Haven't quite figured out how to do that smooth, not at all. This is quite a lot of green. I look like I should be going off to war. It would not last long. Yeah, this is a really, really nice fitting shirt. I can't wait until the satin starts bedding in and washing down a little bit. That always looks so good. Am I going to move on to this or shall I unpack something else? You can find that out right here.